Hey yo, tiny dragons. It's your boy. You know who it is. Got something I think you'll like. Remember back when I went and got you all those holy thingamaboppers and told y'all what a good noodle chef I am? That's right. This is gonna be a special cooking version of the Grak's Grindset. I'm gonna show you how to turn a simple 0.099 credit package of instant noodles into a gourmet treat. Let's get to it. First, we start with the noodles. Now, you don't want to go too expensive on these. I keep hearing how the more expensive brands taste better, but they load you with a bunch of extra costs like natural flavoring and stuff like that. You toss those into a pot with some water and bring it up to a boil. I got this fancy hot plate I took from the Ascension lab after they fired me for being on multiple different drug trials at once. They never told me that wasn't allowed. Honestly, I should have sued. If I could afford a lawyer. Do y'all have lawyers in Sosa City? Hit me up. Been looking for someone to represent me, and a tiny lawyer is better than no lawyer. Anyway, you boil the noodles until they're loosened and the water gets all white and groggy. Make sure to use clean water. I thought using, any kind of water would be fine as long as it was boiling, because it was supposed to make it safe to consume, but apparently that doesn't count for when you use it to cook. Go figure. Drain most of the water, leaving just enough to cover the bottom of the pot, and put it back on the hot plate. Take your spice packet and dump it into the pot and mix it. Now this is where the fancy cooking skills come in. On their own, these noodles are kind of bland. We're gonna add a couple of ingredients to make them downright delicious. First ingredient, mayonnaise. Now, most people think it's weird to put mayo in something like noodles, but it actually makes total sense. I usually just use those mayo packets that Sammy's Shawarma includes with their orders. I get those for free, since they always put them in their order bags when I'm running deliveries for people. They're not on my order list, so the clients probably don't mind. Next, we need something sweet. I once got this sweet soy sauce that went really well with it, but the company that made it went bankrupt after they found out that their soybeans were too sentient to be called vegetables, whatever that means. So I just used brown sugar that I get from that bar that Aries is always hanging out at. What was the name? Neon Poison? I mean, they're not using it. Feel free to toss in any sort of spice you enjoy. I used to have these red chilies growing in my apartment, but they got claimed by an Ascension enforcer since they were genetically modified and copyrighted by them. I miss those chilies. Finally, we have the crowning jewel of the dish. You're gonna need an egg. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sid, eggs are a luxury item that costs thousands of credits apiece. That's just the chicken's eggs. We're using pigeon eggs. You can get those for free if you know where to look. I use about 3 at a time. Pop the eggs on top of the broth and put a lid over it. Lower the heat while the eggs steam. It already smells really good. That smell really takes me back. Reminds me of the orphanage. It was this flock run place and things were really scarce. If we didn't meet our production quotas, they would reduce our rations for the day to make up the difference. There were so many nights where 3 or 4 of us had to share a single package of noodles. So we got creative with how we cooked them. This one time, my bunkmate added some crushed rice crackers into it, and it made this mushy mix of porridge noodles. It strangely worked. I really miss those guys. The orphanage was hard, but at least we had each other. I think it's a shopping center now or something. While this cooks up, let me tell you about this cool new dragon game I found. It's called Dergie Clicker. Like the title suggests, you're in charge of feeding this dragon. You just drop more and more food into their mouth and unlock upgrades to feed them better and better food. It's so relaxing. I don't know what it is about this dragon. Just something about working for this dragon, feeding this dragon, just a mesmerizing dragon. Just, it feels right. So yeah, check out Dergie Clicker by Zypphelze on itch.io. Check out this dragon in the dragon below, and you too can work for this awesome dragon. Dragon. Oh, the noodles are ready. See, you want to cook them until the whites of the eggs are cooked, but the yolk is still runny. Turns the broth into this saucy soup that soaks into the noodles. Just dump it into a bowl and enjoy. I recommend adding something like sriracha into it if you like it spicy. Anyway, I'ma dig into this. Thank you for joining me on this cooking special of the Grak's Grindset. I really appreciate you tiny dragons listening to my podcast. These things are a lot more fun when people are actually listening to them. As always, thank you for listening, and I look forward to working with you. And maybe sharing some noodles together.